3-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 77 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 23 yards, the final tally.
53, check 53. Silva.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
53.
Murray now on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Johnson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, Delta.
43 is Mike. Here we go.
Hurry, hurry.
Go now. Mike's 43.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, high 7.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Murray going to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go! Pittsburgh! Alert 3! Switch!
First down, Murray. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hill. Target. Grab. Watch out.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, let's see. He was 8 of 13 prior to that pass. Now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game. Not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw when they make you move.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Hey, look. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the edge. Check field goal.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going for it. It's Murray. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
58, come on. You can't block me.
On 1st down, Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Murray again, second and 10. His throw caught, right around the 6. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Again, they'll throw with Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Back to throw. Johnson on the move to his left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Alert!
To throw, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Run.
43 is the mic.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to lock one deep. And got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 78 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. First and 10. Murray is going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now. First and 10 at their own 46.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. In for the sack that time. Say hello to Brandon Williams. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the pass. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Murray looks to throw again. Second and 10. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Ready. 53 is Mike. Check the ball. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Intended for David Njoku. Buda Baker there on the coverage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you.
Kings.
March 43.
Go.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Mayfield to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight ends right. We got 4. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Pistol.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle to Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's cover.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the chance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now let's see, and the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Hey, alert 33.
Check.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did, showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You run the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Flag 47. Check flag 47.
You, go. Check.
Squeeze.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 26.
Johnson on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shift. Under 10. Under 10.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there. 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Yo. Banjo. Go. Banjo.
Murray now on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bird. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Brees. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Brees. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker.